And we are live. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream tonight. We've got a big Atlantic Division battle between the Florida Panthers and Boston Bruins from TD Garden in Boston. And this should be a fun one here tonight. It's already these teams' third meeting of the season. They've split their first two. Boston's beat the Panthers. Florida has also beaten the Bruins in the last time that they've gone out and played. And it's been a fun season series between these two so far. So it should be another fun one here tonight, and we'll see which team's able to get with the upper hand. But appreciate everyone being here tonight. Welcome in. Let's get ready for a great night of hockey. Good to see everybody in the chat. We've got Trevor, Austin, BC Transportation, Anime Addicted, Brendan, Wilson, Dragon, Kano. What is going on, everyone? Good to have you all here. Thank you so much for coming by. I'm going to get the poll up in the chat so everybody can start getting their votes in on who they think is going to win this one tonight. We got the Panthers on the road, needing every win that they can get, not having the best start to the season for them. And the Bruins obviously trying to defend home ice and continue their stellar start to the year, which honestly at this point isn't even the start of the year anymore. Just their incredible season to this point. So let's see. Panther, I spelled everything right. Poll is up in the chat, and you guys can get your votes in. Valerie, welcome in. Thank you for being here. You as well. Isaac, Brandon, Dark Wolf, Robert, what is going on? Thank you guys all so much for coming by. Awesome to have you in the chat. Really appreciate it. Yeah, the dumbest ending I've ever seen, Robert. Just absolutely bonehead play. And it honestly makes me not even want to watch a game again this season. Clutch, what's going on? Welcome in. Brandon, good to have you here. I'm doing pretty well. How are you? Thanks for coming by. Good to see you in the chat. We are getting ready for puck drop now between Florida and Boston. Still a few minutes away, probably another 10 minutes or so until we're actually getting into this one. But I'm excited for this matchup. If we go and look at the standings, obviously the Bruins up to 50 points already, absolutely rolling as they pretty much have all year long. Florida, on the other hand, hasn't had the greatest start, 15, 13, and 4, just 2 games above 500. However, they have pulled themselves up to 4th place in the Atlantic Division. That's still not good enough for a playoff spot, but they are getting closer to moving into a wild card playoff spot, and a win tonight would go a long way in helping them do that. So, very big game for the Panthers, and obviously the Bruins just trying to pick up as many wins as they can as this fantastic first, now third of the year for them continues. They lead the NHL right now with 50 points. The next closest team is Vegas at 45, and then Toronto, New Jersey, and Carolina all have 44. So, there are some teams not too far behind, but the Bruins are still holding atop the league right now. So we'll see. This is going to be a tough game. Panthers have beaten the Bruins once this season, and they are a talented team that is capable of doing it. They are missing quite a few players. No Alexander Barkov, no Anton Lundell. They're pretty thin down the middle right now. Anthony Duclair has not returned for them. You look at the forward groups for Florida, and there's going to be some names in the lineup tonight that you're not used to hearing at the NHL level because they have been they've been hit pretty hard with injuries and illnesses and just guys out of the lineup recently. Hey, Etarowski, what's going on? Thank you for being here. This game is on Nessun if you are in the Bruins market. If you're in the Florida market, it's on, looks like Bally Sports Florida. Bally Sports FLX, whatever that is. I'm not familiar. And then if you're out of market, you can get it on ESPN Plus. because it is not an NHL Network game tonight. So you can get it on ESPN Plus if you're out of market for these two teams. Yeah, very sad news there, Austin. Very, very sad situation up with the London Knights. I did too, Isaac. I was really hoping Swayman would hit that goalie goal. He missed it by a little bit, just wide. Hopefully he gets another crack at one later in the season. Lunny, what's going on? Brian, welcome in. Sheer, welcome. Alyssa, welcome. Thank you for being here. Good to see you guys all coming to the chat. Joey, Jared, what's going on? Yes, Wilson. That's a college team. But yeah, Bowling Green is a college. Allmark's in goal for the Bruins, and Spencer Knight is in goal for the Panthers tonight. At least that's what is expected after warm-ups. Allmark for Boston and Knight for the Panthers. Spencer Knight played the Bruins the last time these two teams met and actually won that game. And it was a big reason why he played spectacular in that game and getting the win for Florida. So Spencer Knight is honestly had a pretty solid year so far. He's certainly been better than Bobrovsky. So we'll see how he looks tonight. Lucas, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I'm definitely excited for Christmas. Less than a week away now. Not quite there yet. I obviously still got stuff going on this week, but we are getting definitely close to Christmas. I certainly hope so, Lucas. Bruins lead the NHL right now with 50 points. And let's see, they're 6 points ahead of the Toronto Maple Leafs at this point, the next closest team in the division. And they are 9 points ahead of the Tampa Bay Lightning. So Boston has a pretty decent cushion as far as the division is concerned. However, there are some teams for overall record that are getting close. Vegas is at 45, and then there's a few teams at 44, including Toronto, New Jersey, and Carolina, which 6 points is a decent cushion for this point in this season, but definitely not an insurmountable one. So obviously every game is still important, and you still want to be playing your best hockey as much as you can, because nothing is won yet. Come the end of the season, nothing is won for the end of the season yet right now. Still way too early in the season for that. So you gotta keep the pedal to the floor and driving hard in the right direction. If not, you will get caught very quickly. Unknown, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Dominic, good to have you in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. All right, we're getting ready to go in this one. Yes, I did, Lucas. It's pretty much a fourth line trade. Dennis Malgin goes to Colorado and Dryden Hunt goes to Toronto. Pretty much exchanging bottom six forwards there. Ullmark has been significantly better this season, Tricks. It hasn't even been close. And Ullmark is in goal tonight for the Bruins. Again, Spencer Knight's in goal for Florida down at the other end. And this should be a fun goaltending matchup. We've got two goalies in this one that have played very well this season. So, goals might be difficult to come by. No, Alyssa, I do not play NHL 22 or 23. Yeah, he'll be a solid fourth liner for them, Lucas. Honestly, he's a good fourth line guy, and he brings a little bit of grit and energy to the lineup as well. I do think that he'll be a solid addition. Anyway, puck is dropped. We are underway as Craig Smith tries to backhand that into the offensive zone, but it goes into the Florida bench. Just 4 seconds in, we'll get a whistle. But this one has begun as these teams will line right back up at the center dot and basically redo that opening faceoff as we get into the action here between these two Atlantic Division teams. Bruins win it back. It's dumped in by Carlo. Forecheck commences. Smith and Foligno down in the corner. Nosek by the faceoff dot. Trying to dig this puck out. Bruins come away with it. Here's Craig Smith. Can't get away. That was Ekblad all over him. Now the Panthers come back up ice. Colin White into the offensive zone with a shot. And a big stop there by Linus Ullmark. As Ullmark just squeezes that one under the arm and then gets slid into by the Bruins defenseman trying to get back. Colin White with an early break here for Florida. And Lindholm gets skated around here. First shift of this one. White gets behind him. Ullmark makes the save, but has the puck under his arm and then gets smashed into the net by the sliding Hampus Lindholm. Hey, what's going on, Earth Citizen? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Florida's asking why this isn't a goal because he got slid into the net as he made the save. But I think the referee's going to say that the whistle was blown. The play was over with the puck under his arm before that happened. Hey, Gordon, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Vernon, what's going on? Welcome in. And now they're going to take a look at this one. So 28 seconds. All right. They take a very quick look at this one, but it is no goal. They're saying that the play was dead. They were blowing the whistle before he slid into the net there, which, I mean, Ullmark had the puck covered for a solid 2 seconds there. Referee blew the play. That's it. Florida's not going to be happy, but the play was over, and we're still only 28 seconds into this game. It'll be an offensive zone face-off coming now for the Panthers. What's going on, everyone? Good to have you here. Vernon, thanks for coming by. I did not watch a single second of the World Cup, so I know Argentina won, but I saw 0 of it, and I just don't watch soccer. As that's played around now behind the net, taken in the corner. Trying to cycle it around the offensive zone. Florida back in on the attack. Forsling can't keep it in on the pinch. Worked over into the offensive zone. Past Brad Marchand. And that will be an icing call against the Bruins. 50 seconds in. We're going to have another attacking zone draw on the way for the Panthers. Bruins have to wake up a little bit here. Openings of games have been an issue for Boston this season. They've come out of the gate very sluggish in a lot of their games, even though they have a great record and have won so much this year. If there's one thing to complain about with the Bruins, it's their starts. Usually the first 5-10 minutes of the games, they have not been very good. And this is kind of another sluggish start here as the Panthers have it. Offensive zone. Matthew Tkachuk with a shot that gets blocked. Trying to work it up now. Bruins get it out over the red line. Dumped into the offensive zone. Yeah, they're a very good third period team. Not a great first period team. Or at least they're not the beginning of the periods. They haven't been good, but they've been very good in third periods this year, which is, the most important period to be good in. So I guess we'll take it. But they're a little, just, it seems like almost every game they're just a little slow out of the gate up from that opening faceoff. It takes them 5 to 10 minutes to really get into the game. Ikeka, what's going on? Welcome. Good to see you in the chat. Thanks for being here. Another whistle for a hand pass, I believe. Florida's got the only 2 shots so far and an offensive zone faceoff coming up is Stahl. Can't win that one back. Clifton gets it over to Forbert. Forbert sends it up the wing and all the way out to the Panthers' end. They'll chase after it. Back to get it behind the net is Forsling. Gustav Forsling now. 18-10 to go in the first period. Up to Eric Stahl. Stahl to Cousins into the offensive end. Bruins clear it back out to the neutral zone, and then Cousins brings it in off sides. We'll get another whistle here. And we've already had like 4 or 5 stoppages just 2 minutes into this game. Another face-off coming up. Hey, that's awesome, Dark Wolf. I'm doing pretty good, Ikeka. How are you? Sherry, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. I don't know, Lucas. I'll have to find out when they're available. I'm not sure. Trying to work it around now. Up the boards. Out over the red line. And that one's taken away. Florida gets possession back. Played in the corner. Josh Mahura trying to get away. Taylor Hall in on the forecheck. Bruins can't keep it there. And up the wing, Charlie Coyle makes a good play. Rolls that in on Knight, and Spencer Knight's going to cover that. That is going to lead to an offensive zone face-off for the Bruins. And with 17:35 to go here in the first, it is still 0-0. And the Bruins will have an attacking zone draw for the first time in this one. Taking it around now. Up the middle. Cleared out to the neutral zone. Florida takes possession back. Here's Brandon Montour. D-to-D with Mark Stahl. Up to Matthew Tkachuk, who goes cross-ice, and the Panthers are into the offensive zone. Bergeron steals the Bennett pass on the back check. Marchand now can't get it in cleanly, and the Bruins are offsides as they go over the line. And another quick whistle here. 17:09 remaining, and a neutral zone draw on the way. As a good step up at the blue line there forced the offsides. Hey, William, what's going on? Welcome. Thanks for being here. Awesome to have you in the chat. Taken now by Florida, trying to get it into the offensive zone. Driving down to the corner. Round to the far side, Heppo Niemi. Played here along the wall. Florida's fourth line out there trying to keep it in the attacking end. The Bruins clear to the neutral zone. Zach Dalpe will send it back in. Clifton goes D-to-D. Forbert up the wing, kept in by Dalpe. And back to the corner it goes as the Bruins will try and clear. This time it goes off of Craig Smith skating out to the neutral zone. Big step up there at the red line by Clifton at the blue line by Clifton on Lomberg. Just over 3.5 minutes into this one now as the Bruins come back out to center ice. Florida takes possession back, and we get line changes for both teams as Ekblad passes that up to Verhaeghe. Top of the circle, shot gets blocked. Taken now by Pavel Zacha. Zacha trying to get it through to Krejci. Krejci spins away from Luostarinen. Back up now, Zacha has it across to Clifton. Clifton and Forbert have been out there. Clifton's got to get off. It's into the offensive zone. Zacha trying to spin it back. Too far in front of Pastrnak. Luostarinen will take the puck and carry in for Florida. Against McAvoy. Pass to the middle. Pasta steals on the back check. Good job defensively there from Pastrnak, and he'll carry out now to the neutral zone. Over the red line, up to Zacha into the offensive end. Drop back for Krejci. Krejci takes a hit. Trying to get the puck through, but Ekblad will steal for the Panthers. Good run of play here. Best of the game so far as these teams go back and forth. McAvoy regrouping away from Lomberg in his own zone. Trying to pass this one up. Move to the middle. Kicked away by Trent Frederick. Cousins comes in to try and take it from him in front of the bench. Panthers go back to their own zone as Mahura passes up. Cross now to Cousins, who dumps it in away from Coyle. Omar comes out and plays it below the goal line. Turns it over to Matthew Tkachuk. Tkachuk, though, can't do much with it as it ends up in the corner. Kept in now at the blue line. Dumped wide. Bruins steal. Down in the corner. Taken back here by the Panthers. Stahl with it. Trying to get the cycle game working. Gets it through to Cousins, who goes back to the point. He's knocked off the puck, though, along the half wall. Taylor Hall comes away with it. Gets it up to Frederick. And the Bruins will finally get it out to the neutral zone as Lindholm gets stood up. Here's Coyle, though, up ice to the middle. There's a chance. Frederick can't get the shot off. A good stick defensively. And we get a whistle now with 14:34 to go in the first and an offensive zone draw for Boston on the way. Frozen Peak, what's going on? Thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get some sub hype for Frozen Peak in the chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys being here. Coast to Coast, what's going on? Welcome in. Dominic, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by the chat tonight. Good to have you. Offensive zone draw face-off now for the Bruins. Sam Bennett will take it against Brad Marchand after Bergeron gets tossed out. One back. Here's McAvoy, D to D. Into the middle now, Jake DeBrusk. Played to the corner. Marchand first on it. Behind the net. He gets rubbed off the puck. Sent up the wall. DeBrusk tries to keep it in, but not able to. Now Bennett comes back the other way with White into the offensive zone. It's stolen back by the Bruins. Boston up now. Off a skate through DeBrusk. Trying to get it deep. Not able to. Bergeron gloves it down. Played there by Ekblad. DeBrusk on it against Forsling. Puck's along the boards. Taken back by Marchand. And Forsling's able to clear that up the boards and out. Going for a line change now is Florida. Bruins probably due for one as well. They'll get it as they take possession back with Forbert. Up the middle. Over the red line now on the right wing. Nosek drops it for Smiths. Craig Smith with a shot, but that's blocked wide. Around it goes to the corner. Nick Foligno first on it. Pressured up the wall. Taken out by Florida. Back the other way they come. Into the offensive end. Down to the corner. Dalpe with a good hit. Behind the net now. Out to the point. Played here. Kiersted. Matt Kiersted with a shot that misses wide. Zacha sends it to the corner. Forecheck of the Panthers is all over it, though. Good shift here for Florida. Denisenko tries to get one in front, but that's taken away, and the Bruins come back up. Down behind Spencer Knight. Puck below the goal line. Mark Stahl takes it back. Gets it to Heppo Niemi. He's out of the zone. Carlo goes D to D with it, and the Bruins will get a line change. No, Paul, one game tonight, doubleheaders tomorrow. Malika, what's going on? Welcome in. Christine, welcome. Thank you for being here. Good to see you guys in the chat. Really appreciate it. Barry, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Good to have you as Lindholm plays it up the boards. 12:35 to go in the first. Florida steals. Offensive zone, back to the point, trying to get something in on goal. That one gets sent wide by Mahura. Taken away now by Hampus Lindholm. Lindholm's going to lift it up and out. Neutral zone, knocked down by Montour. Daniel, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. Good to see you in the chat as that one goes wide. Lindholm ducks an open ice hit. And now Mahura gets checked there by Pastrnak. But back the other way comes Verhaeghe for Florida. He's going to drive it in. He gets stood up by Clifton at the blue line, but does dump it to the corner. Stahl comes in against Forbert on the forecheck, but the Bruins move the puck. Brought up now into the offensive zone. Trying to play it around. Forsling passes out. Here's Ekblad jumping up into the play. His shot attempt goes off a body in front. Puck ends up out, and the Bruins clear that to neutral ice. Stolen back, though, by Cousins. Nick Cousins can't get it through Connor Clifton. Clifton will carry back the other way now for Boston into the offensive zone. He fires a shot that's deflected up into the netting. And we'll get a whistle here with 11:22 to go. An offensive zone faceoff on the way for the Bruins. When we get back from our first commercial break of this one, 11:22 left in period number one. A scoreless game so far, but some good back and forth play, especially as this period has gone along. Matthew, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Thanks for stopping by the chat. Mike, welcome in. Thanks for coming by. We had just headed to our first commercial break of this one. And still scoreless, but some good back and forth, up and down play between these two over the last 4 or 5 minutes. Really appreciate everybody being here. Please don't forget, it means a ton and helps the channel a ton if you can hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't yet. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. We're just trying to build a hockey community where everyone can come together, enjoy hockey, and have some fun. I'll be live for a double header tomorrow night. First, we'll have the Lightning versus Maple Leafs. in a big divisional game there between those two teams, and they met in the playoffs last year. Always add some more spice to it. And then after that, we'll go right into the St. Louis Blues versus Seattle Kraken as well. And that will be a big one out west. So should be a fun night tomorrow. My weekend was good, Dominic. How about yours? Appreciate you being here. Hope you had a good weekend. Mine was pretty fun. But unfortunately, yes, I did, Barry. Unfortunately, I did. We're coming back now from the commercial break. Getting ready to get back into the action here. Just shy of the halfway mark of this opening period. It was a very choppy first 3 or 4 minutes, but a lot of whistles early on, but play has really opened up since then. And it was really, over the last 5 minutes or so, has turned into a very back and forth game. Right off the draw here, Lindholm tries to get it through, but Spencer Knight holds the post. And Florida's able to clear that one out. Another good chance there for the Bruins, as this one's played up through the neutral zone. Marchand to Bergeron back into the offensive end. Shots are 3-3 so far, as both teams have had their opportunities. And Knight's just going to come out and cover that one as it rolls in front of the crease. And we'll get another whistle and another face-off here for Boston in the attacking zone. Nice drive to the net there by Lindholm, but Knight holds the post. It was not, Dominic. It was not. Looks like Boston's going to get a new line out there. Krejci line comes onto the ice. Hey, Cheryl, what's going on? Welcome. Thanks so much for watching. Good to see you in the chat. Here's Pastrnak, pass to the middle. Zacha back to Grzelcyk. Or that was Krejci, excuse me. Then he blasts one in that's sent wide. Cleared back out to the neutral zone. Bruins regroup. Grzelcyk turns the puck over. Taken now, trying to steal it back in the corner. Krejci comes to give him some help. Up to Pastrnak. Mark Stahl pinches to keep it in the offensive zone. Florida back on the attack. Verhaeghe looking to dig it out in the corner. Taken up to Luosterainen. Stahl at the point. Back down low for Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe behind the net looking for a pass out in front. Nothing available. Bodies flying all around. Puck ends up in the crease. Bruins clear it. And that's back out to the neutral zone as we approach the halfway mark of this first period. Back the other way we go. Taken here by Krejci. He plays it back to Forbert. The rest of the Bruins will get a line change. And Forbert passes up now to Craig Smith. Can't get it by Lomberg. And back the other way, Cousins will dump it. Panthers go back in on the forecheck as the Bruins try and work it out of their zone. Pass too far in front, but it gets up to Smith. His chip to the middle for Foligno is offline. Stahl comes back the other way for Florida with Lomberg. Trying to dig at it at the blue line, but it looks like the whole thing's going to be offsides, and we're going to get a whistle with 9:32 to go. About 9.5 minutes left in the first period. A scoreless start so far. Both teams have had a few chances, but nothing in the back of the net just yet. Solid defensive game. We head to another break here for the commercial, and we'll get back into the action when it returns. Pablo, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Awesome to have you in the chat. Really appreciate it, man. While we're here at commercial, I think it's a good time to get one of these bad boys cracked. We get another big deal brew on tap. And we're going to get a cheers in the chat, everybody. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Great to have you here. Here's to a great night of hockey, a great stream, and hopefully what's kicking off a very fun week of hockey in the NHL leading up to Christmas. So thank you guys again so much, and cheers to all of you. That is a good beer. Hey, what's going on? Welcome. Good to see some more people popping in the chat. Really appreciate all of you guys being here. Look at this. We got almost a hundo in the chat for the first period. This is fantastic. Thank you so much. This is a good way to go into Christmas. No, it's a Big Deal Brew. Big Deal Brewing, Frozen Peak. Hey, Axie. What is going on? Welcome in. Thanks for coming by. Always great to see you in the chat. We're coming back from the commercial break as well, so we'll be getting the puck dropped and back into the action here very quickly. Oh, yeah, I'm always switching up. I have 3 different beers in the house right now, Frozen Peak. So I have Molson, I've got Big Deal Brew, I've got Busch. I could mix it up at any point. Not too bad, Pablo. Thank you so much. Hey, really glad to have you here. Salty Wings and Avs fan, what's going on? Welcome in. Awesome to see you. Thanks for stopping by. We got a neutral zone face-off, and that is won back by Charlie Coyle. The Panthers, though, get on it. Good pressure from the wings to dump it down deep. Jason, welcome in. Thanks for coming by. Yes, it is Salty Wings and Avs fan. Brought in now. Here's Connor Clifton. Around down low. Chance in front. Trying to get that one. Spin around. Shot and he scores! First goal of the game goes to Connor Clifton. And Boston strikes first. On a rebound goal, Knight stopped the first chance. But Clifton on the swing around the net made the most of the second one. And originally the puck was thrown out in front. Spencer Knight got a piece of it with the stick, but it pops out right to the side of the goal off of Spencer Knight's stick. And Clifton just spins around and all in one motion flicks one between the shoulder and the post of Spencer Knight. And that is a 1-0 lead for Boston. They'll get back in on the forecheck here with 9 minutes to go. In the first, Bruins in the attacking end. I am on the Nesson broadcast. Hey. Yes, it is Frozen Peak. Yes, it is. Move to the middle. Taken now. Back out to the point. Top of the circle. Shot there through to DeBrusk. DeBrusk with a good chance, but a save by Knight as he shuts down the angle on that one. Yeah, Salty Wings and Avs fan. And they make a good beer, too. Working it around now. Dumped in. We got a little disturbance in front of the benches here. Both teams get line changes. There was some chatting going on, but Florida will take the puck and break it out. Let's see. Wyatt, what is going on? Great to see you in the chat. Thanks so much for being here. Played up now. Move to the middle. Krejci behind him. Eddie, what's going on? Welcome in. I'm doing well. How are you? Great to see you in the chat. Thanks so much for being here. Back out now. Long shot by Mark Stahl. Deflected wide. Verhaeghe back out in front for Luostarinen. And Verhaeghe with a chance, but Ullmark comes across and it stays out. Not sure if that ever got through to Ullmark, but the puck doesn't go. And now the Panthers throw it back in, but Ullmark plays it to his defenseman. Boston has it behind the net. Taken back now by Clifton, your goal scorer in this game. 7.5 left in the first. Hey, Dag, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see you in the chat. Thanks so much for coming by. Logan, welcome. Awesome to have you. Here's Denisenko into the offensive end. His pass for Heponiemi's offline. Craig Smith comes back the other way for the Bruins. And into the offensive zone. Good hit on Kierstead on the forecheck. Bruins come away with the puck. Nosek with a shot. A save there by Knight. Foligno right on the doorstep. But Knight is able to cover that up. And it will be another attacking zone draw for the Bruins. 7:01 remaining. Hey, that is awesome. That is awesome, Wyatt. Glad to hear it, man. Congratulations. Yeah, I mean, they're missing basically their top two centers, Logan. I mean, you could say that Bennett and Lundell are pretty kind of even. So if you want to call Bennett their second, that's fine. But like having Lundell and Barkov out of the box is tough. I mean, that is two very good centers. Played around now, 6:40 to go in the first. Bruins back into the offensive zone, trying to get a pass through to Frederick, but Lomberg was able to break that up on the back check. Now a fly pattern, trying to find Stahl, but Eric Stahl wasn't able to knock that down in time. He'll play it to the middle off a skate, stolen by Coyle. Back the other way come the Bruins into the offensive zone. Taylor Hall tries to keep it away from Montour. There's a shot! And a good save by Knight with the pad. Out in front, a bad turnover there. Bergeron gets stuffed by Spencer Knight, as Knight makes the save on that one and covers it. And boy, this could easily be 2 or 3-0 if it wasn't for Spencer Knight. 6:13 now to go in the first, and the Bruins will get another attacking zone face-off. I did play hockey for quite a while, Wyatt, till all the way through high school from the time I was 6 years old, and I played center in high school. Kraken have been very good this season, Salty. I hope they make the playoffs. They're in a decent spot to make the playoffs right now. I hope they do. I'm very excited to be doing the Kraken game tomorrow night because I haven't seen a lot of them this year, but obviously I've kept up with their most recent winning streak and just overall that they've played really well to start this season, and they're getting much better goaltending this year. They're getting a lot more scoring this year. Boston gets another chance here. Carlo rips one home! It's a 2-0 lead as Brandon Carlo goes glove side on Spencer Knight and beats him high. It's a 2-0 game as the Bruins extend the lead. And Boston extends the lead to 2 as Brandon Carlo jumps into the play. A great offensive play here. Bergeron to Marchand to Carlo, who just rips one by the glove of Knight. And that is going to put the Bruins up by a couple now here in the first period. Yes, Kraken are playing at home against the Blues tomorrow night. Very excited to see that one. As the Panthers take this behind their own net. Mark Stahl trying to break it out. Luostarinen gets it out of the zone. Panthers trying to get on the attack here. Luostarinen gets it to the corner, but the Bruins are there. Can't get it out. Here's a chance. Played down low there for Reinhart. Around to the near boards. Bruins can't knock this one down. Florida keeps possession for now. Couple in on the forecheck. Worked up. And Zaka can't get that one anywhere. Move to the middle for Hagee. Not able to keep that in as he had Krejci all over him. Back out to the Florida zone. They're regrouping in their own end. 5:05 to go here in the first period. Trying to carry this one up into the offensive zone. Panthers dump it. Clifton takes a hit from Lomberg. Lomberg trying to throw the puck out in front. Only Bruins are there. They steal it. Here's Nosek up to Smith. Bruins break out to the neutral zone, but then the Panthers take it back at their own blue line. Cousins tries to get back in on the forecheck. Good pinch down the wall from Ekblad. Florida's back in the offensive zone. Bruins trying to clear up the wall. Here's Foligno. Nick Foligno off the boards. Couldn't get it through to Craig Smith. Lomberg with it. He goes to Kierstead, who goes D to D. And things get whistled down. We're going to get a stoppage, and looks like just a offsides call here against the Bruins. So we'll get a stoppage here. Our final commercial break of the first, but the Bruins have opened up a 2-0 lead over the Panthers on goals by a couple of defensemen. Connor Clifton had the first, and then Brandon Carlo, who does not score very much, potted goal number 2 for Boston, and a couple of D-men for the Bruins have them up 2-0 in this one. So that will bring us now to our final commercial break of period number 1. Appreciate you guys all being here. Thank you so much for watching. Awesome to have you in the chat. Please don't forget, it really means a lot if you get the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't yet. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. We're just trying to build a hockey community where everyone can come together, enjoy hockey, and have some fun. We got a good one going so far. Boston looking good here, especially the last 7-8 minutes of this first period. Yeah, that would certainly be interesting, Dominic, if all 3 Stahl brothers ended up in Florida. But I don't know. I think Jordan Stahl might, obviously he's going to take a pay cut on his next contract, but I think he might get like a short-term, cheaper deal done with Carolina and stay in with the Hurricanes. But we'll see. Obviously, that won't be determined until the offseason. Dan, what's going on? Shapeshifter, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Good to see you in the chat. Connor Clifton has been fantastic this season. I don't know where this came from, but this is easily the best season of his NHL career. Thomas, welcome. Thank you for being here. Scotty, welcome in. Oh, God, Logan, I have no idea. I do think it's more likely that Tarasenko, I think, is gone at the end of the season, though. Or if the Blues are out of it come trade deadline time, maybe at the trade deadline. But I don't think Tarasenko re-signs in St. Louis. Played around now, below the goal line. Trying to work it up. And the Bruins get it out of their zone as Coyle can't get the pass through to Hall. Maher takes it back for Florida. He passes through neutral ice. The Bruins steal at the red line. There's Carlo up into the offensive zone. Across now for Coyle. Coyle shoots and scores as that finds a way under the arm of Spencer Knight. And they get another one as it is 3-0 Boston. Charlie Coyle with the goal this time. And I believe Brandon Carlo has a multi-point night now. Should get an assist on this one. And it is a 3-0 lead for the Bruins as they are piling it on here early against the Florida Panthers. We're ticking down now, 3:45 to go in the first. Wyatt, this is an original 6 hat, so only the original 6 teams of the NHL are on here. Oh, Freddie's been awesome this year, Eddie. Freddie showed glimpses of it last season when he was playing with Coyle and Smith, but he wasn't real consistent. This year, he's just been consistently a very good player. I don't think there's going to be any more healthy scratches for Trent Frederick unless things really go south for him this year. But he has had a fantastic first 30 games or so. Here's Brad Marchand driving in. Couldn't get that one on goal. Deflected to the corner. Florida takes possession back. Trying to get it up and out now. That goes into the bench. And we're going to get a whistle with 3:27 remaining in the first. Let's see. Gretchen, what's going on? Welcome. Victoria, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Awesome to have you. Thanks so much for coming by. 3:27 to go here in the first period. Bruins with a 3-0 lead over Florida. After a slow first 5 or so minutes, Boston has completely kicked it into gear and taken over this game. And we get a whistle now. And it looks like there's going to be a penalty. And I think Sam Bennett is going to the penalty box here. It is a roughing call against Sam Bennett. And that must have been well away from the play, because there wasn't anything on the screen showing what was going on there. Looks like it was right off the face-off. Brad Marchand and Sam Bennett were all tangled up right off of the faceoff, and then Bennett just kind of threw a gloved punch at Marchand right in front of the referee. Not a smart penalty to take there for Bennett. And it is going to be a power play now for the Bruins, who are already up by 3 goals in this game. Worked around now. Behind the net. 1:50 to go on the power play. Already an early clear for the Panthers, but here come the Bruins. Pastrnak into the offensive zone. Tries to get up someone in front, but that goes off a stick, deflected to the corner. Bruins cycling now. Here's Marchand through to Bergeron. Shot there, and a kick save with the pad by Knight. Panthers get it out to the neutral zone. Bruins trying to carry back in. Here's Bergeron. Drops it for Pastrnak. Across to the far side. DeBrusk first on it. Jake DeBrusk can't maintain that one. Florida clears again all the way back to the Boston zone. Yeah, all 3 goal scorers for the Bruins, last name starts with C. So, I guess they are. Brought up now into the offensive zone. Trying to get it to the point. Played there. Bergeron. In front, deflection by Hall. Just goes wide of the post. Still 50 seconds of power play time. Bruins have it in the attacking end. Bergeron with it. Pass a little offline for Pastrnak. It hops over his stick and out to the neutral zone. Bruins will finish getting the second power play unit on the ice. Under 2 minutes now to go in the first. Over the line into the offensive end. Trying to take it now. Up the wall. And Ekblad clears again there for the Panthers. Back to get it. Boston in their own zone. 13 seconds left on the power play. Maybe one more rush if they hurry. Under a minute and a half to go in the first period. Played through to the middle. Kicked away there. Ekblad clears it out all the way down. That's going to do it for the power play. Bennett's out of the box. The Panthers kill it off, and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. 1:12 to go in period 1. Forechecking pressure from Florida. Not quick enough as the Bruins clear it out. Deflected back in behind Spencer Knight, who sends it up the wall. Here's Matthew Tkachuk with it out of the zone. Over the red line into the offensive end. Kicked away there. Ullmark gets a skate on it. Taken now by Frederick, who will backhand it up the boards over the red line. Coyle dumps it in as he ducks a hit from Montour. 45 seconds remaining in the period. Colin White sends it up the wall. Bennett to the middle. Here's Tkachuk into the offensive zone. Defense jumping into the play. Matthew Tkachuk with a shot and a save there by Ullmark with the blocker. Bruins cleared out to the neutral zone. 30 seconds left. Played around now. Dumped in by Reinhart. He takes a big hit by Frederick. Tkachuk takes it down in the corner. Forbert's on him. Back to the defenseman. Trying to get that one through is Ekblad. Not able to. Bruins keep everything to the outside. Taken now. Pastrnak into the offensive zone. Driving against Ekblad. Pushed away. Final 5 seconds. Pastrnak and Ekblad have an exchange. And as the last couple of seconds tick off the clock, that is going to do it as period 1 comes to an end. And the Florida Panthers look very frustrated here as they find themselves down 3-0 at the end of these opening 20 minutes. Boston, in the second half of that first period, turned it on and got 3 straight goals to take a good lead in this one. And we'll see if they're able to hold it the rest of the way, or Florida's got a comeback in them. But it is 3-0 Bruins through 20. And that will bring us now to our first intermission. We'll have some time to hang out and chill in the chat while we wait for this second to begin. Jeremy, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Well, Florida had some changes. Our biggest thing is the coaching change, going from Andrew Brunette to Paul Maurice, where that certainly doesn't seem to be anything that's benefited the team, Jeremy. They've also had Anthony Duclair out of the lineup all season so far with a torn Achilles, so they haven't had Duclair. I think part of it also is that Florida, in a lot of ways, just kind of overachieved last season. Like they had a lot of guys on that team last year have spectacular seasons, and that's just not happening again. And then you had the major Tkachuk trade with Huberdeau and Uyghur coming out of the lineup and Tkachuk coming into the line. Now Tkachuk himself has been fantastic. He's been one of their best players this season, if not their best player this season. But the rest of the team just has not been at that same level that they were at last year or expected to be this year. And then you have the coaching change as well, which doesn't seem to be doing anybody any good. So it has been a down year for Florida based on the expectations after last year. Robert, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Good to see you. Thanks for coming by. We do want the cup, yes. So, we have made it to the first intermission here. Definitely more one-sided than I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be a very close, hard-fought game, and on it, maybe it will. Like, obviously, Florida's got some firepower up front. If they can stop giving up goals, they certainly have the scoring ability with their team to put a few on the board and try and come back. So this game is far, far from over. But anytime a team comes out of a period with a 3-0 lead, they've put themselves in a good spot. I didn't think that there was going to ever be a point in this game where it was this one-sided on the scoreboard, but Boston was able to really take advantage of some chances there in that first, and obviously the Panthers look very frustrated with the way that they're playing right now. Nope, no Mander. It is Ullmark versus Knight. Kevin, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Good to see you in the chat. Yeah, I really hope not, Barry. I really hope not. That's literally what the Patriots did yesterday is the equivalent of pulling your goaltender with the game tied instead of when you're down, pulling the goalie with the game tied, and then putting the puck in your own net. Like, that is the hockey equivalent of what the Patriots did yesterday. Absolutely the dumbest thing I have ever seen. But, yeah, it's Ullmark versus Knight in goal. And Spencer Knight did not have a great first period. The second, actually, it's not like they were. The third goal was not a good one. The third goal for the Bruins just kind of squeezed under his arm. That was one that you kind of put on the goalie, and it's like he's got to have that. The other two weren't like necessarily bad goals, but they were ones that you'd like your goalie to make a save on. Especially the Carlo one, just kind of, beat him glove side. It's not like Carlo is the best sniper in the NHL. He's a defenseman that scores like maybe 2 or 3 goals a season. Like to just get beat clean glove hand by Carlo isn't a great look for Knight. So it wasn't a great period for Knight with the goals that he gave up. We'll see if he's still in for the second period or if Florida decides on a goalie change. I'm trying to see, does Florida play tomorrow? No, they don't play tomorrow, so it's not like they have to keep Bobrovsky rested for tomorrow's game. I don't know. We'll see if Spencer Knight's still in the goal to start the second period or if they put Bobrovsky in. Hey, Kevin's friend Mikey Kerr, happy birthday. Shout out to you. I hope you had a great day, and I hope you're living it up tonight. Happy birthday. And thank you to Kevin for coming on, and awesome to have you here. I don't know, No Mander. We're going to have to find out. The Knight is still in as of now, but we'll see who starts the second period. Thomas, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. First time here. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thank you so much for coming by the chat. It's awesome to have you. Big Deal Brewing, Mario and Luigi. Paul Bissonnette's beer. Brewed by Labatt. It's pretty good. So, hey, thank you so much, Eddie. You as well, man. You as well. I hope everybody has a great Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, whatever holiday you particularly personally celebrate. I hope everybody has a fantastic holiday season. Christmas coming up this weekend. I hope everyone has a very Merry Christmas, has a great time with their family and friends. I'm excited for it for sure, but we got some good hockey still to go before the Christmas break. Eddie, what's going on? Welcome in. Upeka, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Great to have you guys all in the chat. Thanks so much for coming by tonight. It's awesome to have you. Please don't forget it. If you're new here, or if you just haven't yet, it really does help the channel a ton if you can hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. I cover the entire NHL here. Fans of all teams are welcome and wanted. We're just trying to put together a hockey community where everybody can come together, enjoy hockey, have a lot of fun. I'm very, very excited with the way that this NHL season has gone so far. We've seen some great games. I've been lucky enough to stream some great games already this year, and we still have a lot of hockey left to go. So, love to have you be a part of it. Hey, Riley, what's going on? Welcome. We got Riley in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Kevin, I'm not sure where to buy this hat. I got it as a Christmas gift quite a few years ago now. So I actually am not sure exactly where it's from. No, Mander. There are no NHL games on Christmas Eve, Christmas, or the day after Christmas. The NHL has the 24th, 25th, and 26th off. That's standard every year for them. They've been doing that for a long time. Really, Alex? That's awesome. That is awesome. Happy birthday, Mikey. 38 today. That's awesome. Thank you so much for stopping in. It's great to have you here. I hope you had a great birthday. Hey, thank you, Matt. Welcome in. Great to have you here. Glad to have you here in the chat. Thanks so much. I am 26, Upeka. I am 26. All right. World Juniors, Jeremy. I mean, I don't know a lot about, the World Junior teams, at least the non-NHL players, so it's tough for me to tell. It seems like Canada wins it every year. I'll obviously be rooting for Team USA, but it seems like Canada wins it most of the time. I feel like they probably will, but and I know Canada has got some good players on their team, but so does the US. Team USA has some fantastic players in their roster as well, so I just hope that we get to see a I don't know, like medal round game between the US and Canada. I know they'll probably play in pool play or whatever, but I want to see a final medal round playoff bracket game between the US and Canada. I think that'd be sick. Yeah, right now it does, Matt. Obviously, we still have 40 minutes of hockey to go, and Florida does have a highly talented offense that can score, so I wouldn't count anything as a win yet, but definitely looking solid after the first period. Mikey, I do not know anything about a Peter Kramer in the USHL. I don't know. Matt, I don't know anything about CJ Monturio. Where's he playing right now? I haven't heard anything about him. Oh, he's playing at Thayer Academy? Oh, so he's a long way away from going pro then. He's 19 at Thayer Academy. Oh no, that was 2020, 2021. He hasn't played since then. Or at least nothing that's recorded on Elite Prospects. I don't think he's really an NHL player. Big deal brewing, Dan. Ovechkin? One of the most lethal goal scorers I've ever seen play hockey. And is probably... we'll see if he's able to get past... well, based on the score right now, it doesn't look like he's going to be... Oh, there's still a lot of game left. I shouldn't say that. He's got a chance to try and score tonight and tie and then pass Gordie Howe, but if he can get a couple of goals. But so far, Detroit leads that game 2-0. So no goals for Ovechkin yet tonight as he tries to tie and then pass Gordie Howe for second all time. The only other game that started so far is Dallas and Columbus, and that game is still scoreless. Upeka, welcome in. Thank you for being here. It's good to have you in the chat. If you subscribe to the channel, we can get some sub hype in the chat for you. Ryan, welcome. Thank you for being here. Awesome to have you. Buffalo is trying, Isaac. It's funny because if you look at the standings, you've got Buffalo at 32 points, Detroit at 32 points, Florida at 34, Montreal and Ottawa both at 30. Like, everybody, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 Atlantic Division teams within 4 points of each other. 2 at 30, 2 at 32, and 1 at 34. 5 teams in the same division, all within 4 points of each other. It's a stacked house right now in the Atlantic. Well, the under, Sheer, although that game's already started, so the under is probably down to like 3.5 now. But definitely an under in that Columbus-Dallas game would have been the play. And Dallas should also definitely win that game. Luke, what's going on? Welcome in. Riley, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get some sub hype in the chat for Riley. Welcome to the channel. Awesome to have you here. Thank you so much for watching. We are getting ready for period number 2. Boston took a 3-0 lead in the first period. A very good first from the Bruins. Really from the 5-minute mark on. The first 5 minutes, Florida caught the Bruins a little bit sleepy out of the gate. But after that, Boston just kind of took over. And that was a very solid 20 minutes. We'll see if they can do it in the middle frame as well, or if Florida's got a comeback in them. Hey, Upeka, thank you so much for subscribing as well. Let's get some sub hype in the chat. Upeka, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Did you sub, Alex? I can't tell if you sub or not unless you say that you did, or if your subs are on public, then it will pop up on screen, but if your subs are set to private, it won't. But you got to tell me if you subbed, unless they're public, and then I can see. If you're subbed, then you get sub hype. Connor, what's going on? Welcome in. Jamie, welcome in. Thanks so much for being here. Great to see you in the chat. All right, we're going to be dropping the puck, period number 2. Second period. Let's get back into some action here. John, what's going on? Thank you so much for stopping by. Good to have you here. I'm glad that you're enjoying the stream. I guess we'll get... I'm going to assume that Alex subbed. We're going to get some sub hype for Alex. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for subbing and being here. Awesome to have you. Connor, the Red Wings are beating the Capitals 2-0 last I saw. I just checked it a couple minutes ago. Welcome to all the new subscribers tonight. Really appreciate you being here. Enor Tap, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks so much for coming by. We're just about ready to go in period number 2. And we'll see what the Bruins can do with this 3-0 lead. Do they hold it? Does Florida come back? Do the Bruins add to it? What's going on, Ike? Welcome in. Yeah, honestly, Isaac, he's been their best goalie that's played for them this season. So unless he gives you a reason not to, why don't you keep playing him until he starts to not be your best goalie? Might as well see what they have there, because the rest of their goaltending has been garbage. So Michael, what's going on? Thank you so much for subscribing. Let's welcome Michael in. Let's get some sub hype in the chat. Welcome to the channel. Awesome to have you. And we are underway. Puck is dropped on period 2. So that one's sent around. Florida into the offensive zone. They're down by 3. They're going to need quite the comeback here. Bruins trying to keep things rolling just the way they are as they take it back. Here's Jake DeBrusk. DeBrusk high off glass. Out to the neutral zone. Marchand dumps it in. Takes a big hit there by Bennett. Spencer Knight still in the goal for Florida. Plays it to the D. It's brought up now into the offensive zone. Moved across. Top of the circle. Here's Ekblad trying to kick it in front. Puck is loose and finally squirts out of the crease. Florida couldn't get it home. Frederick over the red line will send it to the corner. He'll go in heavy after it. Frederick throws it out in front. And that one is just fired wide. A good chance for Taylor Hall. Matthew Tkachuk trying to break out. Not able to. Hall sends it down low. Just about a minute into this second period. Up the wing it goes. Tkachuk to Bennett. Bennett will dump it. And he's not able to get it by the Bruins defense, who sends it back the other way. Here's Taylor Hall. Ekblad hits him as he sends it around the boards. Trying to work it now. Enor Tap, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get some sub hype for Enor Tap in the chat. Yeah, Jake DeBrusk has been fantastic this season, Barry. Honestly, this has been his best season since the Stanley Cup, the year they made it to the finals in 2018-19. Hey, Ryan, welcome in. Luis, welcome in. Good to see you guys in the chat. Thanks for coming by. And that was a delay of game penalty against Florida. Boston's going to go to the power play here. So already up by 3. Power play chance now for the Bruins as they get set up in the offensive zone. Pastrnak fires one wide. Marchand with it in the corner. Moved into the middle. There's Bergeron. Shot there. Save. Rebound chance. Pastrnak scores on the rebound. Knight made the first save on Bergeron, but the puck goes right to Pastrnak. He rips it home on the power play, and it is 4-0 Bruins as they are dominating this game. Wow. What a beatdown going on, at least so far. 4-0 Bruins. Unbelievable. Just piling it on here, picking up early in the second, right where they left off. And another one that Spencer Knight has got to stop. Literally hit him in the ribs, and he's not able to squeeze the arm. It gets under his arm and into the back of the net. Cy, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Puck in the corner. Panthers trying to get in on the forecheck. Fourth line on the ice. Bruins get that up to the neutral zone, over the red line. Dumped in by Krejci. Zacha will chase to the corner. Trying to work this one around. Taking it now, Krejci. To the middle, there's a one-timer. That's blasted wide. Panthers trying to clear. Zacha in the corner. Poley, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see you in the chat. Thanks for coming by. Out to the neutral zone. Carried back. Clifton. Knocked down here. Florida with it. Ekblad holds the puck. Just over 2.5 minutes into this second. Played up to the red line. Dumped in by Mahura. Around it goes. Verhaeghe. Gets it below the goal line. Trying to tuck one in front. Deflected away by the Bruins, but Mark Stahl keeps it in at the point. Played around. Here's Verhaeghe back in the middle. He fires a shot that's blocked by Forbert. Moved across. There's a chance in front. Gets knocked down. And Florida scores on the rebound. Sam Reinhart on the doorstep. Answers back for the Panthers, and we have a 3-goal game again. As it is now 4-1. And Florida gets on the board. First goal of this game. Original shot got blocked in front, but Sam Reinhart was able to get to the loose puck before Omar could recover. And there is Florida finally getting one in the back of the net here. And Reinhart, who has not had a particularly productive season so far, gets one there for Florida that they desperately needed. It's now 4-1. Boston dumps it back into the offensive zone. Jackson, what's going on? Zach, welcome in. Shout out to Gavin West. Big shout out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Great to have you in the chat. Hey, what's going on, Mike and Julie? Welcome in. Great to have you in the chat. As it's played around now up the wall, we're back underway. 16.5 to go in the second. Out to the neutral zone. Played into the middle. Charlie Coyle. Can't keep that one. Now DeBrusque throws it back in. Trying to get it around here. Kachuk in front of the Bruins bench. Possession taken by Forsling. Over to Montour. 16 minutes to go in period 2. It's moved to the middle. Reinhart trying to get it by McAvoy. McAvoy chips it to the blue line, but not out. Reinhart again through to Luostarinen. Taylor Hall has had a phenomenal season, Nomander. I don't know why you would think that, Nomander, but I guess you haven't watched any hockey this season. Played up now into the offensive zone. Trying to get a pass in front. Taken to the sidewall. Down low. Luostarinen back in here on the forecheck. McAvoy trying to dig it away from him. Over to Grzelcyk. Grzelcyk's hit by Verhaeghe. Out in front. Here's another chance. That one from Mahura. Deflected up into the netting. And we'll get a whistle there. 15-10 to go in the second. An offensive zone draw coming for Florida. And Florida down by 3 goals, trying to come back in this one. Attacking zone face-off here. KMS, what's going on? Welcome. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. One back now by the Panthers. Olmark's going to make a good save on that shot from out by the top of the circle. Montour fires it on goal. It will be another face-off coming in the Bruins zone. Just under 5 minutes into this second period. Trying to work it around now. Played here to Lomberg along the half wall. Down low behind the net. Cycle game going for the Panthers. Working it there is Stahl to Lomberg. Lomberg almost loses it to Zacha. It's taken out by Hall. Or no, excuse me, by McAvoy, and that's up and out of the zone. Moved across here to Zacha. He dumps it deep into the offensive end. Krejci will chase on the forecheck. Knight up the wall. Played here by Pasternak. Loses it to Eric Stahl. And Panthers get that out. Montour into the offensive zone. He'll drive wide around Forbert. Works it back out high to the point, to the near side. Across there is Eric Stahl. He one times one home as he beats Ullmark to the post. And Eric Stahl scores again for the Panthers. Boston sitting back in their own zone way too much here. And it is now a 4-2 game as the Panthers are climbing back. And Boston, the classic take your foot off the gas when you get a big lead. And it is coming back to bite them. As they're just sitting back way too defensively here, have completely stopped playing. And Florida now with back-to-back goals make it a 4-2 game as they climb right back into this one. And the Bruins need to realize that there's still over half a hockey game to go here. Trying to work it down low now. Back up, through to the neutral zone, over the red line. Bruins get it into the offensive end. Fourth line on the ice, trying to get something going in the attacking zone. Panthers move it up the boards, though, off glass and out. Forsling clears up past Denisenko. Played now by Heppo Niemi. Bruins take possession back. Grzelcyk goes D-to-D with it. Moved out now. Kyle, what's going on? Welcome in. Spencer Knight is in goal for the Panthers. Played around now to the neutral zone. McAvoy back to get it. Played by Lindholm to the middle. Bruins on the attack again into the offensive zone. There's a shot. And Spencer Knight able to keep that one out. Played to the corner. Back to the point. Bruins have it. Lindholm! And that's poked away from him by Tkachuk. Puck ends up back out in neutral ice. And Lindholm turns it over. Colin White will rip that one in. Trying to bring this now. Mark Stahl with a shot fired wide. Tkachuk from a sharp angle. Through the middle, nobody home. It goes back to Stahl at the point. Down low, the Bruins send it up the wall. Here's Taylor Hall. He'll get it over the red line and dump it for Boston. Good pass through to Coyle. Back to Hall, to Coyle. Charlie Coyle with a shot, and Knight holds the post. Off glass and out, cleared now by Tkachuk. Panthers come the other way. Bruins steal on the back check. It's Hall. Very good back check there by Taylor Hall. And the Bruins take possession again as they'll carry over the center line. And Trent Frederick will dump it into the Florida zone. Panthers trying to clear it back out. They do. Bruins back in the defensive posture. Stolen in the neutral zone by Marchand. Roblox Gamer, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks so much for being here. Good to have you in the chat. 12 minutes to go now in period 2 is taken by Jake DeBrusk. Through to Grzelcyk. Pass up the middle. Bergeron with Marchand into the offensive zone. Tries to get it to the center for DeBrusk, but it's stolen by Reinhart. Now loose to Reinen. Drops it for Reinhart. Reinhart, Florida's back on the attack. Ullmark with a save through traffic. Another chance here in Florida. They think they have scored, but the referee says no goal. Florida is celebrating like they've scored, but the referee says no goal. And this one is for sure going to be looked at. 0.0% chance of ever happening, Roblox Gamer. Let's see what happened here. Oh, that puck is in. That puck is in. That's a goal for Florida. Referee did not have a good enough look at it. That puck is absolutely in. And this is going to be a 4-3 hockey game. As Florida, with 3 straight now, and the Bruins just stuck, sitting back. And that was very easily a good goal there. Did not take very long on the review at all. It is a 4-3 game now, as the Bruins seem to think that 4-0 is going to put it away. And Florida's too good of a team offensively to take your foot off the gas. This Boston team needs to wake up. You can't just sit back and try and hold a lead against the Panthers. You got to keep playing hockey. Hey, Buck Skull Gang, what's going on? Welcome in. Off the draw. At the red line. Dumped into the offensive zone. We've got delayed penalty coming up against the Bruins. That's going to put Florida to the power play. And David Pastrnak is going to get a penalty here right off of the faceoff. Florida is going to get their first power play of the game and a chance to tie this up at 4. And Boston better wake up right now, because they have they thought this game was over because they went up 4-0 and completely stopped playing hockey. And now all of a sudden we are 1 power play goal away from a tie game. Hey, Brandon, what's going on? Welcome in. BC4F, welcome in. Good to see you in the chat. Thanks for being here. The Panthers right now are 3 points out of a playoff spot. They are not in a playoff spot right now, but they could be within 1 point after tonight, depending on how other games go. Boston is still good. Ooh, I don't know what you're talking about, but the Boston literally has 4 losses on the entire season. They're first place in the entire NHL. We head to a commercial break here. Panthers clawing their way back into this one, as the Bruins have allowed the Panthers to do it, and they've taken full advantage. Boston here completely stopped playing. Dallas is taking a 1-0 lead over Columbus. Detroit is still up 2-0 over Washington. And Nashville has taken a 1-0 lead over the Edmonton Oilers in the first period of that game. So David Pastrnak is in the penalty box, and the Panthers are to the power play. Working it around now, up the boards it goes. And right off the opening draw, the Bruins clear it out shorthanded. Coyle, into the offensive end. Charlie Coyle killing time here for Boston. Sent back to Nosek, and then it's dumped in. Panthers have to regroup in their own zone. Played up now over the red line into the offensive end. Here's Ekblad. Around it goes. Move to the middle. That one's offline, but Montour will keep it in. Long shot there. Knockdown in front. Second chance. Allmark has to make a good stick save with that one. Taking it now. Bennett. Back out high to Ekblad. To Bennett, top of the circle. Back to Ekblad. Looking for a shooting lane. Played down low. Nosek trying to get his stick in the passing lane. There's a shot short side. Ullmark holds the post to Reinhart in the middle. He goes back to Ekblad. Ekblad's shot gets blocked by Forbert. And Nosek will clear it all the way down for the Bruins. Darryl, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Yes, Michael, very angry ones. Brandon, just mostly this one right now, Brandon. Nothing in particular. 10 minutes to go here in the second as we reach the halfway point of this game. Boston up by a goal, have 30 seconds left to kill on Pasternak's penalty. Panthers are back in their own end trying to break up ice. Into the offensive zone. McAvoy with the steal away from Luostarinen. Gets it through to Lindholm. Lindholm back the other way shorthanded. Boston on the rush. And Marchand's able to get that into the Florida end. They'll peel off for a line change. 9.5 to go now in the second. Final 5 seconds of the power play for Florida. Here's a wraparound chance. Can't get anything on goal. The Bruins clear out again. Pastrnak out of the penalty box. Breaking in behind. Knight with the save as Mahura was able to get back into the middle. Now Zacha with a shot. Fires that one off glass. Pastrnak with it. Bruins on the attack now. Out high to Grzelcyk. Grzelcyk with a shot that's blocked. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Bruins with some momentum after the penalty kill. And Luostarinen is down in the Florida zone. That gets a whistle as he is up to his knees and now just getting back to his skates. And Luostarinen looks like he got hit in the mouth with something there. It might have been the puck. He is bleeding from the mouth, and he's going to have to head to the locker room for some repairs before he can come back. And we're going to head to another commercial break here. 4-3 game now. Panthers have clawed their way back into it, and the Bruins have got to pick up some momentum in their favor again as we're in a one-goal hockey game just past the halfway point. Second period action. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Awesome to have you in the chat. Please don't forget, it really helps the channel a ton if you can hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted. We're just trying to build a hockey community where everyone can come together, enjoy hockey, and have some fun. And this is a one-goal game now. Went from a blowout to a one-goal game very, very quickly. And still a lot left to be decided. I would say like 30% chance KMS right now. They should be no matter with the roster that they have, but it hasn't been a great start to the season, and the playoff battle in the Eastern Conference is going to be extremely difficult. So there are going to be some good teams left out in the East just because there's only 8 spots, and Florida's going to have to fight for every point that they can get. Taken now out to the neutral zone, over the red line, into the offensive end. Sam Bennett back on the attack. That shot ends up wide, but Florida keeps it in the offensive zone. Hey, Darryl, thank you so much for subscribing. Backhand chance in front for White. Ullmark makes the blocker save. Let's get some new sub-hype in the chat for Darryl. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Awesome to have you. Is Florida looking for a redirection? That one's just sent wide. Panthers pouring on the pressure, trying to tie this game with 8.5 to go in the second. Played out high. Here's Ekblad with a long shot. Ends up in the corner. And Taylor Hall finally takes the puck back for the Bruins and starts the breakout. Hampus Lindholm into the offensive end to the far side in front. And Lindholm hits the post. Rebound chance. They score. David Krejci. 5-3 Bruins as they get a much-needed goal. And it is back to a multi-goal lead for Boston. Lindholm almost had it, but he hit the post. Then Krejci put home the rebound. Well, certainly no shortage of goals in this game. We're at 8 goals in the game, and we're not even through the second period. It is 5-3 Boston. And David Krejci, first on that loose puck after it went off the post, before anybody else could react, fires it into the net. KPP, what's going on? Welcome in. Jackson, welcome back. Brought up now into the attacking zone. To the half wall. Over to Grzelcyk at the point. Boston back with it in the offensive end. Trying to make it a 3-goal game again if they can. They steal the puck. Here's DeBrusk to Grzelcyk. Back to Jake. Top of the circle. DeBrusk shot off glass. 7:45 to go in the second. Cleared out to neutral ice. Bruins take it from their own zone. Grzelcyk with a pass up. It's dumped into the offensive end. Around it goes. Moved in front. Here's a chance there. DeBrusk, and he's stopped by Knight. Goes into the corner on the forecheck, but Florida moves the puck. Here's Verhaeghe with a shot that gets blocked. Boston trying to get to it, but it's taken by Eric Stahl. Stahl drives the net. Ullmark holds the post. And that is going to be covered by Linus Ullmark with 7:15 remaining. And an ozone draw on the way now for Florida. Brian, what's going on? Welcome in. It has been a wild one. Boston gets out to a dominant lead early. Florida comes all the way back to make it a 1-goal game. And now Boston gets on the board again to regain the multi-goal lead. This has been a roller coaster if I've ever seen one. Wild game so far. Here we go now. Florida in the attacking end. Ekblad off the faceoff. Misses the puck. Able to keep it in, though. Down low. Bruins send it up the wall. Big hit in front there as Clifton steps up. Now Lomberg's getting into it with Foligno. And this hasn't been an overly physical game to this point, but a little bit of a gathering there with Foligno and Lombergs. 7:01 to go and another ozone draw coming for Florida. 5-3 Bruins continue to lead this one. We still have 7 minutes left in the second period. We already have 8 goals in this game. Nosek now in the face-off dot. Played now by Lindholm, and the Bruins get it up and out of the zone. Into the offensive end. Coyle can't keep possession. Florida back the other way. Into the offensive end. Taken now. Poked away from Bennett and back out to the neutral zone by the Bruins. Jackson, I am not taking that bet. No. Played out now. Around it goes. Knight gets it through to Ekblad. And it feels like Ekblad has played this entire game. Like, I feel like I'm saying his name almost every shift. I can't imagine what his ice time is going to be at the end of this one. He's going to be... I can't see a way for him not to play 30 minutes in this game based on how much I'm saying his name out there. Like it feels like he's constantly on the ice. Yeah, he's already played over 15 minutes. He's just about 16 minutes now. He's definitely going to play 30 minutes in this game. Bruins take it now in the corner, offensive zone. Vortex Gaming, what's going on? Selecta, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. There's a very real possibility, Pablo. Yes, there is a very real possibility. The Eastern Conference race right now is extremely tight. Reinhart rims it around. 5:50 to go now in the second. Played in the corner. McAvoy up the wall, but not out of the zone. Panthers keep it. Here's Verhaeghe with a spin-around shot. That's ripped wide. Reinhart sends it around. Verhaeghe in the corner. Takes it from McAvoy. Sends it now to Montour. Montour back to Reinhart. To the corner. All the way around to the far side. Mahura pinches in to keep it. Sent up the wall. Chip to the middle. No. Tuukka Rask is retired, and he is retired for good. So we get a chance in front. Back out to the blue line. And back out to the neutral zone as the Bruins clear their end. Panthers got to get onside. They do. And great steal there by Krejci on the back check. Mahura takes it now in his own zone. And that clearing attempt gets deflected up by the Bruins bench. 4:59 to go in the second period now as we are just under 5 minutes remaining. And it is a 5-3 lead for the Bruins. We have had scoring aplenty in this one as we go to our last commercial break of the middle frame. Steven, what's going on? Welcome in. It has been a wild one. Thanks so much for coming by. It's good to have you here. Other scores around the NHL. The Stars still have a 1-0 lead over the Blue Jackets. The Capitals have come back to tie the Red Wings 2-2. Both goals scored by Nick Dowd. So no goals for Ovechkin yet, though. And the Oilers and Predators are tied 1-1. Games that have not started yet. The Islanders play the Avalanche at 9 o'clock Eastern. At 10 o'clock Eastern, the Sabres play Vegas, and the Canadiens play the Coyotes. And then the last game at 10:30 Eastern is Blues versus Canucks. So, wow. The Capitals were down 2-0, and now it's 2-2. Tomorrow, Pablo, as it says at the top of the chat. Clem, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Maybe when his contract's up, Jackson, he might end up getting he might end up leaving, but I don't think he's going to get traded. I think it'd be more of him leaving as a free agent when his contract's up. All right, we're coming back now from the commercial as we get ready to drop the puck and finish out this second period. Bruins with a 2-goal lead, up 5-3 over Florida. So that one is taken along the sideboards. Bruins keep it in the offensive zone. Long shot misses wide. Taken now by Cousins, and Florida's up into the Boston end. He's probably going to just end up with another team, Jackson. I don't see him coming back to the Bruins. I certainly hope so, Clem. I certainly hope so. I'll be very, very upset if they don't. We're going to get a line change here. 4:43 to go in the second. Face-off coming up in the Boston zone. Coyle against White in the dot. Colin White wins it back. Former Boston College Eagle. And Ekblad fires one in there on Omar, who makes the glove save, and they'll basically just redo that last faceoff. Colin White played at Boston College. Spencer Knight played at Boston College. I'm trying to think if there are any Boston school players on the Panthers. Trying to think through that lineup. That's taken up now. The Bruins get it out of the zone. I'll let you know if any more come to mind, but we're back underway. Bruins into the offensive end. Shot there, knocked down in front, and that one blocked again. Bruins can't get it through Spencer Knight. Played across over the red line. Dumped back in by Boston. Knight knocks it down behind the net. Trying to take it. Frederick up and past him out of the zone. McAvoy back to get it. McAvoy went to Boston University, obviously. But I'm not sure if anyone else on the Panthers was a Boston school guy. As that one gets backhanded in and stopped by Knight. He'll cover that one up. And it will be an offensive zone draw now for the Bruins. What about, was Matt Kierstead? Nope, Matt Kierstead was North Dakota. I knew he played college hockey, but not in Boston. Hey, thank you, Jackson. Appreciate that. Shot off the draw, just wide to the corner, played by Florida. 3:45 to go. Bruins trying to keep it in the offensive end. Around to Marchand. Taken now. Up the wall. DeBrusque keeps it in. Mark Stahl will try again. Sends it up the wing. It's out of the zone there. Cleared by Florida into the offensive end. Driving is Verhaeghe. Dumps it in. First on it's Reinhart. Bergeron can't get it out. Taken now through the middle. Back to Stahl. Down low, Verhaeghe with the puck. Verhaeghe for Reinhart. His shot attempt gets blocked. DeBrusque first to it. Up the boards, but not out at the blue line. Mark Stahl keeps it in again. 3 minutes to go here in the second period. Moved back. Around it goes. Played down low. Taken by Montour to Bergeron. Stahl with it. Eric Stahl this time. Back out to the point. Long shot. Omark makes a save with bodies in front. Bruins get to the loose puck and will clear it out. And Marchand just dumps it in as the Bruins get a line change. Played out now. Cousins with it. Under 2.5 remaining in the second period. Still a 5-3 lead for the Bruins. They steal it back by their own blue line. Here's Krejci. Can't get the pass through to Hall. Forbert steps up on Lomberg, and the Bruins take the puck. And Taylor Hall's offsides there. As Krejci tried the long pass. But Taylor Hall got into the zone a little bit early. And it will be an offensive zone faceoff now coming for the Panthers with 2:09 remaining. Taken off the faceoff now. Bruins clear it out to the neutral zone. Panthers trying to get to it. That puck's poked away. Spencer Knight comes out. Oh, it just gets poked wide. As Knight and Coyle both got to the loose puck right around the same time. It gets by Knight, but just wide of the goal. Taken back out high. 1:40 to go in the second. Played around now. Into the middle. Taken up now. Florida back the other way. 1.5 to go in the second period. Top of the circle. Kick save there with the pad by Ullmark. And that one's not cleared out of the zone. Florida keeps it in. Carlo able to get that one away. Brought up now to Taylor Hall. Hall drops it for Pastrnak. Bruins in on the attack. Top of the circle. Pasta feeds one through. Taken now by Krejci. Back out high. Long shot from the point. That one just ripped wide by Grzelcyk. Back the other way. Drop pass. Played there in front. Deflects wide. Florida back on the attack. 49 seconds remaining here in the second period. Back the other way. Kevin, what's going on? Welcome in. .35 seconds now to go in the period as that's dumped in by the Bruins. Hockey legend, great to see you in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Taken now into the offensive zone. Ryan Lomberg for Florida. Fires one in. Another good save there by Ullmark, getting a piece of that. Florida keeps it. Loose puck. Wide, kept in by Stahl. Taken now. Here's a long shot. That misses off glass, and that is going to do it. As the horn sounds, and we're through 2 periods. Wow. What a roller coaster of a hockey game this has been. It is a 5-3 lead for the Bruins through 40 minutes of play. We still have 20 minutes to go, but the second intermission coming up. So we'll have some time to hang out and chill in the chat and while we wait for this third to begin. It was a 4-0 lead for the Bruins. Then it was a 4-3 game as Florida came back. But now Boston has a 5-3 lead heading into the final 20 minutes. And this has been an absolute roller coaster as we head to the break. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you guys all so much for being here. It's awesome to have you in the chat. Please don't forget, it really helps a lot if you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't yet. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. We're just trying to build a hockey community where everybody can come together, enjoy hockey, and have some fun. And thank you guys. Really appreciate you being here tonight. Jackson Gretzky. Cash, what's going on? Welcome in. Popsicle Pete, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Yeah, they better, Mike. They're going to have to make sure they show up for the third. Jeremy, honestly, I think a lot of that depends on if the Bruins re-sign Pastrnak. Because if the Bruins lose Pastrnak, they are in a lot of trouble as far as needing to retool. If they're able to re-sign Pastrnak, I think that lessens the blow a little bit. I think you're going to see noticeable declines in all of those teams that you mentioned when those players are gone. You're going to see noticeable declines. I think, honestly, I think with younger guys like McAvoy and Pastrnak, the Bruins are probably in the better shape out of them, but there's no doubt that when those veteran guys are gone, you're going to see steps back from the Bruins, the Penguins, and the Capitals. This reign of, really a long time now of them being top-tier teams in the league is, I think they're going to fall back into kind of mid-pack territory once they lose those core older guys. Nope, Steven. We still have our same starting goalies, Ullmark and Knight in the net. It's the same goalies for both teams. The Bruins have been extremely good in the third period this year, Kevin. That is correct. They are a phenomenal third period team, which obviously is a good thing. That's where you need to play your best hockey, and the Bruins have done that this year. I will definitely sacrifice the shaky first periods this season for great thirds. No doubt about that. I'm just hoping that, that holds true in this game and the Bruins have a strong third period because they need it. Otherwise, Florida's shown that they can come back. Boston's got to be ready to play here for the final 20. Hey, Hockey Pucks, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks so much for coming by. Good to see you here. We are at the second intermission, waiting for period 3 to begin. It is a 5-3 hockey game with the Bruins in front. A lot of goals in this one. Very back and forth game. Big 20 minutes coming up. This game is far from over. Roblox Gamer, those guys, a lot of those guys, none of those guys, I should say, are going to be playing in 2050. None of those players will still be playing in 2050. Well, they know that this is probably it, Kevin, for Bergeron and Krejci. We knew going into the season that this was kind of the one last hurrah season. You know, that was what all the talk was going into this year, was this was the one last chance for the Bruins, the one last hurrah. Bergeron and Krejci are probably done after this year. You know, they've got to be all in on being the absolute best that they can be this year. And, you know, so I expect them to go all out at the deadline to try and put the best team possible on the ice and for a playoff run and try and go for a cup. Because after this season, I think, you know, there's going to be a noticeable drop-off. If Bergeron retires, and we know that this is probably it for Krejci, you know, him coming back was very strictly a one-year thing. You know, that's a big hole down the middle. You know, you lose Krejci and Bergeron down the middle, and what the hell do you have? Like, you're looking at, you know, having to go out and make a move for a center. As much as Charlie Coyle's had a very good season this year, he's not a number one centerman. So, this will be a very interesting offseason, but the Bruins have to be all in on trying to win this year. Hey, Suns Nation, what's going on? Sean, welcome in. Thanks for coming by. Good to see you in the chat. Good to have you. Thank you for being here. Barry thinks this game is going to end 7-4. That's very, very possible, Barry. No, Mike. They've got Ullmark and Swayman both under contract for multiple more seasons. They're not in the market for a goalie at all. Bergeron retiring will be devastating emotionally. Absolutely, Steven. I mean, a guy who spent his entire career with the Bruins. And there just aren't very many players that spend their entire careers with one team, especially like long careers. Like, it's one thing if a guy plays like 3 NHL seasons, then yeah, you can see that. But like for a guy like Bergeron now, who's been in the league almost 20 years, to spend it all with one team. He was drafted in 2003, immediately went right into Boston's lineup as a rookie, as an 18-year-old, and never looked back, obviously, other than the lockout year in 2005 when there was no NHL, but he played in the AHL that year. But, you know, he's been a career Bruin, and it will be a sad, sad day when he retires. But you can bet his number will, I mean, pretty much as soon as he retires, his number should immediately be going to the rafters. Like, there should be no waiting there. His number will be retired immediately. St. Louis game tomorrow is 10 o'clock Eastern time, which is 9 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Mountain, and 7 p.m. Pacific. Klisterf, yes, Ullmark is playing. Well, playoff experience, I mean, these are the Bruins goalies, Mike. Like, they're not going to play a different goalie in the playoffs than they play all regular season long. Christ, Ullmark is on pace to win the Vezina this year. Like, for Ullmark will be your starting goaltender in the playoffs. They don't give a shit if he has playoff experience or not. He's your number one goalie. He's going to be your playoff goalie. Looks like we don't have any scoring changes. Any of these other games going on. The Islanders Avalanche game ought to be dropping the puck within the next like 15 minutes or so. That one will get going. And then there's 3 late games tonight, so those are still a ways away from starting. Tomorrow's got a pretty decent schedule as well. What do we have? Another 7 or 8 games tomorrow? 3, 6. Another 8 games tomorrow. Exactly the same number of games as today. And then Wednesday, there's 7 games, I believe. Wow, actually, like, pretty evenly scheduled this week. It must be because it's going into the Christmas holiday break. Thursday has 8 games. So we have Monday with 8, Tuesday with 8, Wednesday with 7, Thursday with 8. Friday, I think, has a lot because it's the last day of games before Christmas. 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. Yeah, there's 13 games on Friday. So that's the jam-packed day is Friday night. But Monday through Thursday, very evenly scheduled this week. You don't see that much in the NHL. Usually it's like you have 4 games on one day, then you'll have like 12 the next night, then you'll have like 3, and then you'll have like 12 again. And it's like some like really like skewed number of games each night. But this week it's 8, 8, 7, 8 until you get to Friday, which has 13. Barry, the Bruins have 50 points, and they'll have 52 if they win tonight. Obviously, that is yet to be determined. Probably not, Steven. I certainly hope not, because if both of them play, that would mean one of them got pulled, and that would be very bad for the Bruins. So, I'm honestly hoping not. I think whoever starts that game is gonna play the game, and whoever's the backup won't get to play. That's the way it goes. I mean, if the backup does play, it generally is a bad thing because it means your starter got pulled. Unless they get out to like a huge lead or something. If they're winning like 7-1, you know, they could put the backup in for a little bit. But they're playing the Penguins. That should be a good close game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout one way or the other. So in all likelihood, only one goaltender will be playing. Yes, it is, Barry. Yes, 60 points by the new year is very possible for the Bruins, especially if they win tonight, because Boston still has quite a few games left before the new year. I don't know why NHL.com is so slow. It's always so slow loading. Come on. But Boston still has Winnipeg and New Jersey Thursday and Friday. And then they have Ottawa, New Jersey, and Buffalo next week. So they still have 5 more games after this one. And, you know, if they're at 52 points after this game, they'll have 5 games to gain another 8 points. They would need to win 4 out of 5. So obviously, you know, no guarantee, but it is possible. They would need to win 4 out of 5 before the new year to get to 60 points, if they win tonight. If they don't win tonight, then they'll obviously need more, and it would become less likely of happening. But they did hit the 50 points by Christmas, and that's impressive in its own right for the Bruins to have 50 points by Christmas. And, you know, we'll see if they can get 60 by the new year or not. Yeah, you would think, Isaac. Yeah, I mean, Andre Palat has missed most of this season for New Jersey. And the Devils have obviously done perfectly fine without him, but you'd think that getting Palat back would be an even bigger boost to that lineup and that it would make them even better. New Jersey's hit quite a rough patch here recently, but obviously gave themselves a huge cushion with how well they played for the first couple months. And I think New Jersey's going to get it back on track. I think this is just a little bump in the road that is bound to happen at some point during the season, and I think they're going to get back on track. Yes, Christine, I am from Massachusetts. That is correct. Yeah, hitting 50 by now is in its own right is impressive for the Bruins. If they get to 60, that would be that'd be quite the first, little less than half of the year. Yeah, Kevin. Game was different back then too. There were less teams in the league. The schedule was different. Who you played against was very different. That's why, I don't like to compare. I don't think there's any point in comparing, especially to different areas of the NHL, because the game in the league has just changed so much over the years. You can't compare different, 80s hockey was very different from 60s hockey, and then late 90s hockey in particular was very different from 80s hockey, and hockey now is very different from 2000s hockey. It's constantly changing and evolving, so no one's gonna have 8 losses in a season again, the game, the salary cap has made the league too even. There's a lot of parity in the NHL now that, back in the 70s, there wasn't a lot of parity in the league. The top teams were really, really good, and the bad teams were horrible. It was kind of like the NBA, where the bad teams in the NBA win 10 games a season, and the really good teams win 60-something out of 82. That's how the NHL was back then, but it's not like that anymore because the salary cap has really kind of evened things out. Yes, Bruins and Devils are going to be some great matchups. They play twice within a week of each other. And I'll be streaming the game on the 28th for that matchup. I'll be doing the 28th one. All right, third period is about to begin here. Let's get into the final 20 minutes and see, can the Bruins hold a lead, or does Florida have another comeback in them? Let's get ready to rumble. Finn, what's going on? Welcome. Yes, Christine. I do not know. It's on TV. The Avs game is probably on altitude for the Avalanche broadcast, and I'm not sure about Montreal. Or no, they're playing the Islanders. I was on the wrong day. It's on MSGSN for the Islanders. It's on altitude for the Avalanche. And if you're out of market, it would be on ESPN+. But we dropped the puck here in the third. Bruins in on the offensive end, getting the forecheck going with their fourth line on the ice. Through to Nosek from Smith. He gets it down low. Foligno knocks down Ekblad, but the Panthers clear the puck. Neutral zone. Taken up into the offensive end. Spin around, played by Foligno. He fires one into the gut there of Spencer Knight, who makes a save and covers it. 29 seconds in, we'll have an offensive zone draw for the Bruins and a good opening shift for Boston's fourth line. Spend some time in the attacking zone and get a shot. Florida is out shooting the Bruins 28-20 in this game, but they are trailing by a couple on the scoreboard. Bergeron to take the draw against Luostarinen now. Played up now, lifted out of the zone. Knocked down into the offensive end, moved to the middle. And cleared again there by Boston, all the way back to the Florida zone. I don't think so, Cy. Boston's played great as a team. Now, Ullmark has been fantastic. Like, his stellar play is definitely one of the big reasons why the Bruins have been so good, but it's certainly not just him. It's not like he's standing on his head and like single-handedly winning them games. Boston's the highest scoring team in the NHL right now, or at least one of them. I know at one point they were the highest. I don't know if they still are, but Florida ices the puck here. We get a whistle and an offensive zone draw on the way for the Bruins. I'm actually gonna take a look at that for a second. Team stat page. Nope, Boston's the second highest scoring team in the league. Only Buffalo scores more goals per game than the Bruins. So, like, it's not like Ullmark's had no offense in front of him and he's having to win games 2-1. Boston's goal scoring's been fantastic. So he's one of the reasons they've been so good, but credit is due for literally everybody around the Bruins lineup, because they've gotten bottom six scoring. Their star players are having great seasons. They've been really good defensively. Their goaltending's been good. Like, Ullmark has been outstanding and should be in the Vezina conversation right now, but the Bruins offense has been outstanding as well. Hattie, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Awesome to have you. Offensive zone draw now for the Panthers. Stahl will take it against Coyle. And Eric Stahl is going to get kicked out of the dot. Cousins takes it now. Yes, Buffalo, I just said Buffalo is the only team ahead of the Bruins. Buffalo is scoring almost 4 goals per game this year, which is monstrous. They're also giving up a lot, though, which is why they're not better than a team fighting to get into a playoff spot right now. Because if they had any defense whatsoever, boy, oh boy, they'd be like Florida last year. Honestly, with the amount of goals that they score, they'd be like last year's Florida team if they could keep the puck out of their net. But they give up almost as many goals as they score. Nick, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Move to the middle. Turned over there. Shot. Huge save there by Ullmark. Rebound chance. Keeps that one out as well. Here's Forsling. And another one that he robs them with the glove. Now that is Linus Ullmark at his best right there. 3 huge saves for Ullmark. And keeps the Bruins ahead by a couple. And this game stays 5-3. Forbert in there as well with a huge block, too. Derek Forbert made a big stop on one of those shots as well, as he was able to get that puck out of the crease. And Ullmark with a huge glove save at the end to cap it all off. And that is where the Bruins need Linus Ullmark, and he comes through. 17.5 to go here in the third. Florida dumps it right back into the offensive zone. Carlo chased. Sent up the wall to Bennett. Moved into the middle. Bruins steal it back. Here's DeBrusk out of the zone. Crosses center ice and into the offensive end. Drops it for Marchand, who can't get his pass through to Bergeron. Up now to Tkachuk. Matthew Tkachuk dumps it into the offensive zone. Puck ends up in the corner. Hampus Lindholm knocked down there by Sam Bennett. Bergeron gets it up the wall, but not out. Craig Smith now in the middle. Bruins clear. They'll get a line change. Forsling back with it in the Florida zone. Up now into the offensive end. Stolen back there by the Bruins. Good play by Grzelcyk. Now he has the puck taken away from him, though. To the near side wall. McAvoy first on it. And McAvoy will get it to neutral ice. Dalpe takes it back. Passes behind Montour. Bruins trying to steal. Nosek drives in. Foligno gets in to help as well. Spun up the wall. Played here by McAvoy. Bruins have it offensive zone. Long point shot purposely wide, looking for a Karam in front. Nosek takes it below the goal line. Can't get it through to Foligno. Takes it away from Forsling, though. Able to work this one. Here's Smith on the wraparound. Can't get it on goal. Poked away from him. And Florida will get it up into the offensive zone. Big hit there at the blue line. Denisenko got hammered down. Bruins take the puck back below their goal line. And it's taken up and out to the neutral zone by McAvoy, who will dump it in as he gets dumped. And now both McAvoy and Luostarinen are going to go to the penalty box here as they have a bit of an exchange. Luostarinen looks like he came in and tripped down McAvoy, and then McAvoy got up and slashed him in the back of the leg. Wasn't happy about that. And both of them are going to go to the penalty box. It will be matching, and we will have some 4-on-4 hockey with a bit of open ice here with 15:48 to go. Yes, Mike. Ullmark was in Buffalo for the first number of years in his NHL career, and then he was a free agent. Buffalo didn't re-sign him, and the Bruins gave him, I believe it was a 4-year contract, and he signed with Boston and had a very solid year last year. Wasn't necessarily spectacular, but was very solid last year, and now this year has been absolutely outstanding. No, Jeremy, not at the NHL level. Honestly, in minor hockey, it's probably happened, Jeremy, but not at the NHL level. No. I mean, we see 11 forwards and 7 defensemen all the time, but not 10 and 8. That just goes to show you how many forwards Florida has out of the lineup. Or not Florida, excuse me, Colorado has out of the lineup, and the fact that they just are struggling to even field a team right now. Hampus Lindholm takes a hooking penalty. It's going to be a 4-on-3 now for Florida as they go to the power play. And it is going to be 1 minute and 52 seconds of 4-on-3 time for the Panthers, unless we get another penalty somewhere here over the next minute and 50. But Florida wins the draw, and they set up in the offensive zone. But Reinhart can't control the Ekblad pass, and it's out to neutral ice, and now back to the Florida zone. 1:40 to go, and still on the power play. Into the offensive zone. Here's Tkachuk into the attacking end. He loses it, but able to keep it in at the blue line of the Panthers. Reinhart across to the far side. Ekblad, top of the circle, shot there, and Ullmark makes the save. And he covers that one up with 1:25 remaining in the 4-on-3. 15:12 to go here in the third period. A big opportunity with some open ice for the Panthers to try and get back within 1. Ullmark able to see that one and make the stop. Bruins not able to get it out of the zone on the first try, but they do on the second. And Craig Smith sends that one all the way down. Florida's going to go and regroup from their own zone. Still 1 minute 10 in the 4-on-3. When the 4-on-3 ends, both McAvoy and Luostarinen will come out of the box. It will be a regular 5-on-4 for about 8 seconds, and then finally back to 5-on-5 hockey as Florida has it top of the circle. Out to Reinhart, playing the middle. Out high by the blue line, passes it off. For Hagee, back to Reinhart. Reinhart's shot gets blocked. That ends up off glass. Ekblad will keep it in. 40 seconds to go here for Florida. Moved across. Played by Verhaeghe now as he cuts to the middle. Blocker save! Ullmark gets a piece of that one. Worked out high. Florida still has it offensive zone. Reinhart with it. Shoots one through traffic. Ullmark gloves it down. Bennett was on the doorstep, but Ullmark grabs it and controls. He'll cover that one with 19 seconds to go in the 4-on-3, and it will be an O-zone draw for Florida on the way. Bruins trying to just kill this off. Ullmark has had to make a couple of nice saves. That blocker save and then the glove save. One back now. Again, Panthers have it. Attacking zone. 15 seconds to go. Shot there. Blocked to the sidewall. Played back to Montour. To the point. Long shot there. Gets deflected off glass. Florida gets to it first. Chance out in front. Here's a chance for Montour. Puck is loose in the crease. Ullmark thought he had it and eventually dives back and lays on top of it to get the whistle. And we get a stoppage here. Florida and another chance that Ullmark makes a save on. 6 seconds to go in the 4-on-3. Whew. Things getting frantic in the Bruin zone, but the puck, at least so far, staying out. Here we go now. What should be, hopefully, the last face-off of this power play. Bruins win it back. It's Clifton up to Marchand. And we are back now to 5-on-5. Florida got plenty of shots there on the power play, but nothing in the net. Even strength again as the puck ends up in front. Here's an opportunity. Panthers trying to stuff it home. Ullmark holds the post. And the loose puck in the corner is cleared out by Marchand. Bruins survive again. Jim, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. We're down to 13-10 remaining in the third period. Still a 5-3 game. Florida pouring on the pressure, trying to cut into this Bruins lead. Across it goes to Montour. Trying to take this one in front. Back out high. Here's a redirection for Stahl, and that one just misses the post wide. Pastrnak can't clear the zone. Krejci takes it back over to Clifton. Up and out to Taylor Hall. He gains the red line and dumps it in. Wide of Knight. Around it goes. Stahl up into the neutral zone. Now the offensive end for Nick Cousins. Fires one into the pad of Ullmark, who covers that one up, and it will be another Florida offensive zone faceoff. When we get back from our first commercial break of the third, 12.5 minutes to go. Florida pushing hard. But the Bruins continue to lead this one, 5-3, as Linus Ullmark makes save after save in goal. We head to the commercial stoppage here. Thank you guys all for watching. Awesome to have you in the chat. Please don't forget, it really means a lot if you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of every team are welcome and wanted here. We're just trying to build a hockey community where everyone can come together, enjoy hockey, and have some fun. Barely, Steven. The Bruins are being outshot 8-2 so far in the third period. And 37-21 overall in the game. They were outshot 19-7 back in the second period, and now they're being outshot. They just updated it 9-2 here in the third period. The only period they outshot Florida was the first, which was 12-9. But they have been heavily outshot now so far in the second and third. But they still have the 5-3 lead and trying to hang on to that multi-goal advantage. Ullmark has been very good. 34 saves on 34 shots so far for Ullmark. Capitals and Red Wings game is now 3-3 as those teams are still tied up. Oilers and Predators are up to 2-2. They're tied as well. And the Islanders Avalanche game has begun. We're coming back from the commercial break now. Face-off on the way. Offensive zone face-off now for Florida as Luostarinen will take the draw against Charlie Coyle. And that one is won back to the half wall. Taken. Florida keeps it in. Here's a chance for Reinhart. Poked off his stick. Good defensive play there by the Bruins. That was Grzelcyk. Really good stick with the on the poke check there. Puck down low now for Hagee. Can't keep possession. Zacha takes it. Sends this one out to the neutral zone. Bruins trying to get it up into the Florida end. It's taken back, though, by Sam Reinhart. Florida dumps it. They'll chase. Offensive zone. Verhaeghe on it. McAvoy goes through to Grizzly, who can't get it past Luostarinen or out of the zone. Florida again. Second chance the Bruins do clear. Played up now into the offensive zone. Florida's going to head off for a line change. Clifton back to get it. Hey, Brian, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get the new sub hype in the chat for Brian. Welcome to the channel. Awesome to have you here in the chat. Over the red line, that's dumped into the attacking zone. Down low it goes. Played to the corner. Back to the point. Boston has it. Long shot by Clifton. Knocked down in front. And the Panthers send it out to the neutral zone. Looking for some goals here as they trail by 2 in the third period. Bergeron back into the offensive end. And Bergeron scores! Another one! Blocker side on Knight. And it's 6-3 Bruins as they extend the lead. And Patrice gets on the board. What a great shot there. And another one that Spencer Knight would love to have. He has been beaten consistently on the blocker side in this game. And Spencer Knight needs to spend some time with the goalie coach working on that blocker. Boston is just beating him over and over and over again between the blocker and his side on his right side. That's like a third or fourth goal for the Bruins that have gone between his arm and his ribs. I mean, just it's the same spot over and over again with Knight, and he can't make a save there. Bruins back into the offensive zone. 10:45 to go in the third. Up by 3 now. Here come the Panthers. Dump it into the offensive end. Heavy on the forecheck. Lomberg trying to steal, but it's through to Carlo. Gold Arch, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Awesome to have you. Round down low it goes. Boston has it back on the offensive end. Hall wrestling with Ekblad. And that clearing attempt is sent up and out of play. 10:16 to go in the third. It will be an offensive zone draw for the Bruins on the way. They have extended the lead to 6-3. Up by 3 goals now for the second time in this game. Actually, I guess the third time, because they were up 3-0, then they were up 4-1, and now they're up 6-3. So for the third time in this game, they have a 3-goal lead. We'll see if they can hold this one and stay out in front by a significant margin. Taken now. Florida's going to be pushing back. They still have 10 minutes to go. In a high-powered offense, game is not over yet as the Panthers try and keep it in the attacking zone. The Bruins clear it to the neutral zone. Up now into the offensive end. Verhaeghe sends it down low. Under 10 minutes left here in the third is Florida trying to get some more pressure on in front. Puck ends up in the corner for Luostarinen. He's hit by Zacha. Verhaeghe in there trying to dig it out as well. Florida comes away with it, cycling down below the goal line. Back out high. Here's Kierstead. His shot misses wide. Florida first on the loose puck, though, behind the net. Trying to get a pass through to the middle. It's stolen away by Grizzly, but he can't clear the zone. Verhaeghe with a spin-around shot. That gets gloved by Ullmark. And we get a whistle with 9:24 to go in the third period. And just under 9.5 left. Bruins lead by 3. 6-3 over Florida. We'll head to another commercial stoppage. That was a big goal there for Bergeron and the Bruins to give themselves a little bit of breathing room. No, I do not, Gold Arch. I cover the entire NHL. I stream all 32 NHL teams. And there's no team that I do every game for. I do different matchups from around the league. All different ones week to week. Hey, Ugg, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Awesome to have you. Tomorrow night, I'll be doing a doubleheader. I'll be doing the Lightning versus Maple Leafs at 7 Eastern time, and then the Blues versus Kraken after that one. And that is tomorrow night. Doubleheader on the channel. 2 games for me tomorrow. Going to be a lot of fun. Lightning versus Leafs in a rematch from their playoff series last year, and what could be a playoff series again this year if the standings hold how they are now. Toronto's in second place, and the Lightning are in third. They would match up in the first round again. So it could be a playoff preview potentially there. And then the late game, the Blues and the Kraken. Going to be very interested to see if the Kraken can keep playing as well as they've been. They're in a playoff spot right now, having a strong season. I did not, Christine, no. I was born in 1996. I never got to see the old Garden. Never was there. Bo, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Awesome to have you. Bruins' last 2 games before Christmas are Thursday and Friday. They've got Winnipeg at home. Then they have to travel to New Jersey for the road game on Friday. That's a tough matchup there. Second game of a back-to-back with travel. And they've got the Devils. But that is it before Christmas for the Bruins. My last stream before Christmas is going to be on Wednesday night. And then I am taking some... Gonna be off for a little bit of time. The 22nd through the 26th. I'm going to be enjoying the holidays with my family and friends. I'm going to be playing hockey on Friday night in my high school alumni game. So I'm going to get to see a bunch of my old teammates and play some hockey Friday night and just enjoy the holiday. And then after Christmas, I'll be back on the 27th doing some games that night. Working it around now. Bruins in the offensive zone. 8.5 minutes to go in the third period. Setting up shop in the attacking end. Moved across. Out high to Forbert. Top of the circle. Plays it down low below the goal line. And now we get a whistle as Florida touches up. And we're going to have a penalty here against Florida. Boston's going to the power play. It's a slashing call against the Panthers, and the Bruins can get a man-up opportunity as Montour heads to the penalty box. Rosuel, welcome in. Hey, Jack! What is going on, man? Good to see you in the chat. I hope you had a fantastic time over in the UK. I know that you were away this semester. Hope you had a great time, man. Thank you so much for stopping in. It's awesome to see you in the chat. And it certainly has been a blast as a Bruins fan so far, that's for sure. As it's back out, that one offline for McAvoy. Bruins have to chase back to their own zone. 8 minutes to go now in the third period. Bruins up 6-3 and on the power play. Back into the offensive end. Spun back Foligno to McAvoy. Zacha back to McAvoy, over to Zacha again. Looks like the second unit's on the ice here for the Bruins. Foligno just not able to tuck that one in the near side post. Hey, that's awesome, Jack. Glad to hear it. Minute 10 still to go on the power play. McAvoy back with the puck, starting to break up ice again. Bruins get their top unit on. Here's Pastrnak with speed. Can't get it through Forsling. All the way down, that goes. A good clear for Florida's penalty kill. Lindholm with it now. Hampus Lindholm. Over to Pastrnak into the offensive zone, through to Marchand. Marchand to Lindholm. Bruins set up again with 40 seconds left on the power play. Here's Bergeron. Bergeron looking for the backdoor pass for Pasta. Doesn't connect. Taken now. Pasta has it. Back into the middle for Marchand. Marchand trying to get through to Bergeron, but his shot attempt gets blocked. Bruins being very unselfish here, but just get pucks at the net at one point as we get one knocked down in front. Rebound on the backhand, and Bergeron scores! On the rebound after the initial shot got blocked down, Bergeron puts it home for his second goal of the period. And it is now a 7-3 lead for Boston with 6:42 to go. And I think that one might be enough to put this game away. Berge with his second of the period, his second of the game. Bruins are now 2 for 3 on the power play. And it is a 7-3 lead. They are up by 4 with 6:42 to go. And that should hopefully be enough to put this game away. And Boston should cruise to a win here. You don't want to let Florida back into this game. Keep the pressure on and just play your game for the final 6.5 minutes, and you've got this one in the bag. Yeah, very, very tough night for Spencer Knight, Jack. No doubt about it. There have been a lot of these goals against him have not been great ones. And he's had a good season, honestly, overall. He has been a solid goalie this year for Florida, but whatever's going on, tonight is just not his night. This has been a stinker for him in goal. 6 minutes to go now in the third. Florida has it in the offensive zone. Denisenko passes over to Kierstead. Ekblad plays it down low now. He takes a hit from Clifton. It's taken up by the Bruins, and Smith will get it out into the offensive end. Fires one into the glove there of Knight. Frederick makes sure that he covers it up, and we get a whistle with 5:38 remaining. Offensive zone face-off on the way for the Bruins as we head to our last commercial break. Stuart, what is going on? Welcome in. Nate, welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming by. Awesome to have you here. 7-3 lead for Boston as we head to our final commercial break of this one. About 5.5 minutes to go. Thank you guys all so much for stopping by. Good to have you in the chat. Please don't forget, it helps the channel so much if you could hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. We're just trying to build a hockey community where everybody can come together, enjoy hockey, and have fun. Capitals-Detroit game going to overtime. Looks like a good close one there. RS, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for coming by. Awesome to have you. Other scores around the NHL. We've got a... let me get back to a page where I can see it here on NHL.com. Bro, their website is so slow. We've got a 2-0 lead here so far for Dallas. Empty net for Columbus late in that one. Detroit and Washington is tied 3-3 going to OT. Oh, Columbus actually did get a goal late, but that game has just ended. It is a 2-1 win for Dallas over Columbus. So very low-scoring affair there, but Dallas able to pull out the W. Detroit and Washington going to overtime, tied 3-3. And Nashville has taken a 3-2 lead over the Oilers. Colorado and New York remain 0-0 in the first. So that is where we stand right now. Kent Johnson scored with 15 seconds left for Columbus, but it was too little too late. No, Tommy, it's been a brutal year for the Caps and injuries. It doesn't seem like they can catch a break. But they got at least a point out of this game tonight. And we'll see if they can get the OT win and get 2. Taken out now, back underway. Bruins have it regrouping in their own zone. Adam, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Awesome to have you. Glad that you're enjoying the stream. Thanks for coming by. RS, I am from Massachusetts. I'm a Bruins fan, but I cover the entire NHL on this channel, and I am just a huge hockey fan in general. But Bruins are my favorite team. Working it around now. Marchand off glass and out of the zone. Takes a hit there by Cousins. Bruins aren't going to like that. We tick under 5 minutes now to go in the third. Teams get line changes. Was wondering if things would get a little chippy now that it's a 4-goal game with less than 5 minutes left. These teams are in the same division. It's already their third game against each other. There's been some slashes and stuff in this game where things have been a little chippy away from the play. Carlo knocks his man down. That's Denisenko out of the zone. Dumped into the offensive end by the Bruins. They'll go in on the forecheck. Played here by Nosek. Taken around now. Back to the point. That one splits the D, and we get a whistle. Not a whistle. A clear all the way back to the Florida zone. 4 minutes to go. Kierstead will play it behind his own net. Played around up the boards. Taken in the corner. Matthew Tkachuk digs this one out. Matthew Tkachuk has been very quiet in this game. On all fronts. Like, offensively, physically. He hasn't really been that big of a player in this game. And, you know, figured he'd at least be into it physically. But hasn't really been hitting. Nothing going on after the whistle. I mean, maybe he's still got 3 minutes left to stir something up. But I'm just surprised I haven't been saying his name more. Played out now to the middle. Here comes Florida back up into the offensive zone. And that goes out of play on a deflection. We'll get a whistle and a face-off in the Bruins end with 3:04 remaining. Hey, what's going on, Aaron? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Nope, Leafs. Doubleheader is tomorrow, as it says at the top of the chat. Jameson. What's going on? Welcome in. If you get a replica from Fanatics, Jameson, they're like 170, I think, 180, something like that. If you get an authentic jersey, it's going to be pushing you over 200 towards 250. Doubleheader tomorrow, Lightning and Maple Leafs, and then Blues versus Kraken. This is my only game of tonight. Stewart, I like Dryden Hunt for the Leafs. He's going to add a decent fourth-line body there. As a bad turnover by Florida. And Spencer Knight has to make a huge save there on Frederick. But he's able to draw a penalty. And we're going to get another power play here with 2:35 to go. Hey, RS Games, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get some new sub-hype in the chat for RS Games. Wow, they're going to call Frederick here for goalie interference. He had the puck. He was trying to score. He shot the puck in and was going to the net. Oh my, whatever. It does not matter. Does not matter. The game's over. But Florida's going to go to a power play here with 2:35 to go in the third. They're down by 4 goals. The game is over. But let's get some new sub-hype in the chat here for RS Games. Welcome to the channel. Awesome to have you. Glad to have you here, a part of the community. Buy more. What's going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Speaking of Tkachuk, he hammers down a Bruin along the boards there, but Boston's able to clear it all the way down. Back the other way, Malgin. That's who Dryden Hunt got traded for. But, yeah, Malgin, who also wears number 62. That was Montour into the offensive zone. And that goes up and out of play. All right, so Florida not getting much going with this power play. Still 7-3. Final couple minutes. Face-off won by Boston. Carlo will clear it all the way down. 2 minutes to go here in the third period. Florida has to regroup back in their own zone. Hey, that's awesome, Aaron. Very happy to hear that you won. That's fantastic. Played up now through the middle, over the red line, into the offensive end. Down it goes. Knight will hold behind the net. Bruins penalty kill looking as sharp as ever on this one. As they're trying to stay perfect on the PK tonight. Here's Verhaeghe looking for a pass in front. Goes off of a skate. And it's cleared back out to the neutral zone once again. "35 seconds left on Florida's power play. 33 seconds now. 1:05 left to go in the third. And that puck goes up and out of play. We get a whistle. Ryan, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Awesome to have you in the chat. 1:04 to go here in the third. Bruins with the big lead over Florida. Panthers are on a power play for 29 more seconds, but Bruins just trying to kill out this final minute. Off the draw. Played now. Move to the middle. Deflected out to the neutral zone. Florida back to their own end. They'll try again up ice. Not really getting anything going. They've got their fourth line out here. Or at least Denisenko from the fourth line's on the ice. All the way down. Bruins kill off the penalty. 30 seconds to go in the game as Florida tries to carry back up. We're 5-on-5 again into the offensive zone. Olmark plays it behind the net away from Stahl. Chance out in front. Florida can't get a shot off. The Bruins get to the puck. They clear off boards. All the way down. Florida back regrouping with 10 seconds remaining. And we're going to get a whistle here as that puck flips up and out of play with 10.6 remaining. And what should be one final face-off coming up here, as I think both of these teams just happy to watch these last 10 seconds run off and get this game over with. Boston continues to lead by 4. Yeah, honestly, Nate. Yeah, honestly, they are. It was a penalty, actually, against Kierstead for delay a game, but I'm not even going to put the graphic up there. There's only 10 seconds left. Bruins chase the clear back to their own zone and watch the clock run out. That is it. This one is over as the Boston Bruins defeat the Florida Panthers 7-3 and get a big 2 points in this one. A very strong game. They had a little bit of a lapse in the second period, but they had it going in the third when they needed it the most, and end up winning this one handily. So fantastic win here for Boston as they go to 52 points on the season and continue to lead the NHL. Good game to the Panthers and their fans, but just not able to get it done tonight. Good job for Boston. That's going to bring us to the end of tonight's action. Thank you guys so much for watching. Looks like the Capitals just beat the Red Wings in overtime. That is big there for the Caps. So they are pulling closer and closer to a playoff spot. Thank you guys again all so much for watching. It was awesome to have you here. And can't thank you guys enough for supporting the channel tonight. Before you go, please don't forget that it means a ton if you can hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't yet. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. We're just trying to build a hockey community where everybody can come together, enjoy hockey, have some fun. And I will be back live tomorrow night with a doubleheader, doing 2 games tomorrow. First, the Lightning versus Maple Leafs at 7 Eastern time. And then right when that game ends, we'll go into the Blues versus Kraken playing at 10 o'clock Eastern time. And 2 big games coming up tomorrow that should be a lot of fun. So thank you guys again. Really appreciate it. Have a great night, everyone. I hope you have a great day tomorrow as well. And hopefully we'll be seeing you again soon in the chat. So thank you guys so much for the support. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Good night, everyone, and see you guys next time.